Hey, traders. Happy Friday. Whoops, it's the 9th. Wow, I just noticed that. Yikes. Oh well. Anyway, let's take a look at Bitcoin. Alright, like we do every day, and it's up 10.5%. Nice. Once it broke above 19,891, straight up. And broke through those local levels yesterday from August 30th. 31st, 2nd of September, and now really what seems to be a supply line of the channel. It's going to be really interesting what kind of correlation we'll get here. Like, will the asset Bitcoin regard the supply line as supply line, the 200 moving average, and just slightly above that, it's 21,700, a peak from June 21st and June 26th. Clearly see some reaction there July 8th. And then clearly some resistance August 21st and 25th. So I think that's a level that they're soon approaching, and it will probably be regarded. You might pull back some, but interesting, right? We've broken back above the inflection point, but if you're talking about the downsloping channel, you're right near the top of it, right? So, and that all happened after some triple bullish divergence on the RSI. Some would argue maybe the MACD too. And that triple divergence was all across the markets. It truly was. And we have the same type of channel on total. Here it is. The low, the lower low, the lowest low. The low, the higher low, the highest low. Divergence has manifested into a rally. Has manifested into a break above 960 billion, which is always good. Still below the 200 moving average, and certainly still confined in this channel for now. So nothing that crazy. We're talking about, just last night, 1.03 trillion, possibly, right around there. That's that swing low from May 12th too. Wouldn't be weird to test that. Wouldn't be weird at all. Oh, that's kind of it, man. It was a great day today. Continued stocks squeezed, and again, like thumbnail title says, largest squeeze in 5 months. It was a big one, and crypto benefited. Very much so. Where was it? The other idea that, man, we just better who's right on time, wasn't it? It's literally crazy. It's beautiful though, and this is just something that you gotta admire, right? A textbook to the Jesus 886 reaction, and so far reversal. And yep, discussed last night, the levels, right, where maybe it could continue up to. We're talking about the June 25th high, July 8th high, and clearly the late August high. I mean, that seems very possible, where you could end up, and I guess what, 5+% later from last night, we're getting there, very close, collision course to that level. Now above that, holy crap, talking about like 23.5 to really 24.2 up here. That's so one at a time. You got to wonder if there will be some sell orders here at 21.7 or so, even 21.6, just kind of $100 area. And then the positive momentum building, highest level officially since August 2nd. Wow, over a month. You just don't know how high this thing can go, man. I mean, this is an M shape, and my God, if it's an M shape, not at like the most important level maybe ever on this chart right now, that we've just been honed in on, eyeballing, staring at for months now, since we tested it and held it thrice. You held it again, but this time maybe you completed an M shape, which is awesome. So I wonder if we get a type 2 or not. 50% retrace. We also discussed that about the bearish 5.0. That's 21.9. That is slightly above that key level. It's right around it. I mean, if you go by the wicks, the 50% retrace or the pattern completion zone of a bearish 5.0 is 21.9. Could see that too. Sure, where we are now. Nice, man. It was Bitcoin that really concerned. I mean, it was just the whole thing. I have massive concerns. I can't be bullish until we get above 19,891. Well, that happened. You got above it, so you're safe again. And that's what you needed. If you all these altcoins, that not all of them, not even close to all of them, but definitely some of them were showing us they had, you know, trade setup entry levels, right, for longs, but Bitcoin is certainly outperforming. And this chart right here tells us that. Wow, what a candle! What, dude? Bitcoin dominance. Talk about a false bearish breakdown. If this isn't a false bearish breakdown, I don't know what is. Mother of God, you like kind of broke the demand line that was down sloping for a couple days, and just huge green Marabazoo so far. We got 47 minutes till this daily candle close. I don't even. Last time you seen a candle this large, man, it's been probably since May. But it's really the context here. Where was it? Where's all this happening? It was that low from May 6, 2018, but we had seen the lowest Bitcoin market cap dominance since February 2018, but now right back above it, as you've done time and time and time and time again. Buyers defended this level. What a steel wall. Holy crap. So you got to wonder, I mean, the upside, what does it do when it gets above this level? I mean, minimum 44%. Could you imagine Bitcoin continuously outperforming for a while? History shows us what it does most of the time. It's just like a straight line up to 46%. And if it's not a straight line up, it goes up to 44%, pulls back, then eventually goes up to 46% again, right? Wow. So that's this is the ticket right here, man. Up 3.8%. Goodness. All right, let's go to Ethereum. That was looking really interesting yesterday, right? Because we know this certain level. We know momentum shifting, right? The bears had control. The bulls took over control in July with that confirmation low. The price ran up 130%, topped out at one of the most important levels that exists on the chart. It pulled back, it sold off. Bears got back in control. The sellers became, the controllers of the market, until we ended up pivoting just 2 days ago, started running, and then all of a sudden it's like, wait a second. We were making lower lows, now we're making a higher low. And now you're just butting up against 1730. And if you break 1730 for real and don't fake out, we know it is an extremely, extremely high probability of seeing 1972 to 2043 again. I would not be surprised if you broke 1730 if we saw 1972. That's just the way history tells us that, right? You don't have to believe me. I don't care. It's not even me. It's literally the chart's history that tells us. Up and down every freaking time. So why not again? It would happen again. It's likely. You're not even overbought on the 4 hour, though you're close. You are in the bullish control zone now, which is awesome. Above the 200 moving average. We were not above it last night. Now we are. And this is it, man. Have your alerts set up, because it could be, you're trying to break it right now as I'm speaking. That's pretty cool. I mean, you're testing it. You break it, boom, 13% upside. 13.7 to 18% upside above this level. And that's it, right? This didn't exist though. 4 days ago, it wasn't here. It didn't exist. You get it? You're on the 4 hour, so life comes at you fast. You have to monitor the charts every single day. One day it cannot look good. There can be literally no edge, and all of a sudden a pivot occurs, a higher low develops, and it's very symmetrical to the previous low from August 20th, giving you a potential momentum shifting consolidation structure. And remember, much higher lows than even the low from July 26th and previous lows before that. So it was a short-term downtrend. Now the bulls are taking back over, possibly. And that could take us to a second test of 1972. Leading up to the merge, right? Merge is in like a week. So you could run leading up to that merge. Who knows after that? My God, I could dump. Let's just talk about the levels, man. It's always been about the levels. If you're above a certain level, we're okay. If you're not above it, you're not okay. When you get back above it, you're okay again. When you're testing a resistance, we know if you break it, you can go to the next resistance. So please pay attention to Ethereum. Have alerts set up. It's up 5.4%, massively underperforming Bitcoin today. You saw the Bitcoin dominance chart. Everything is for the most part. And oh, Bitcoin just popped, man. Look at this. Bitcoin just tested the 200-day simple moving, or 204. I'm sorry, the 4-hour 200 simple moving average for the first time since August 19th. Jesus chimes. Jesus chimes on an attempted break. 21,711. We are in power hour. We're in the last 60 minutes of the day here, and you are up over 11% now for the first time of the day. Now, but yeah, it's just like you tested it and immediately pulled back. That's okay. Right, there were just some sell orders there, some bots, right? You can go back up and test it. But all right, man, we got a little price action here after we've already had plenty of price action.
After some bear drums, Bitcoin needed a bull guitar solo. Rip.
There it was, man. Yeah, plenty of bear drums. You had only lost 26% of your value in 22 days. That's all you did. I mean, that, and then the triple diversion. I mean, yeah, when you fall below the level, holy crap, that's really, really bad. And when you started pivoting, there it was, the triple divergent. And really, man, when you're seeing RSI get oversold thrice and you show divergence, that's really strong, man. Like, you see divergence kind of somewhere in the bearish control zone, but when it's oversold even on the third low, man, that's like something to pay attention to for the future. It was there though. It was definitely there. And that's it, man. So I'll keep paying attention to Bitcoin and scale in on my other screen. That was it, man. Testing that 200s and nothing more yet. All right, Ethereum. Just hanging out, man. It can't break it yet. It's been trying for the greater part of 11 hours to break it, but not yet. The really good news on Ethereum is you're not really showing bearish divergence that much. I mean, you could try to say on the RSI, the MACD looks pretty good. Looks all right. Yeah, RSI a little bit, but it's not overbought, so. But yeah, this is definitely an area, right? If it's an inflection point, you've seen it reverse here before. You've seen it reverse here before. You've seen it break it before, right? Solar Max has a major resistance, right? It's normally acting as a really strong support, but if you do break it, straight down to 1420. And that's exactly what you did, you know, like, what do you even want? Hey, if you can't break 1972, straight down to 1728. If 1728 breaks, 1420, you want straight to 1420. You bounced off 1420, okay, flip your coin in between, okay, now it's 1730 again. You break that, boom, 1972, 2043, it's so easy. Wow, it's crazy. But you haven't broken it yet, okay. And yeah, again, like just total, oh man, it came so close. It was almost there, wasn't it? That 200. Oh, so close. So close, man. And really, I mean, like, you know, you just look at BNB. Yeah, the divergence was there on the RSI like most other altcoins, and that inverted color handle, fake out, you're rallying, but you're not really making, you know, you're not taking out the handle yet, 306. And we just know between $220 and $200 and $350, it's a coin flip anyway. It's just in between two massive levels. Still below the 200 moving average, just performing okay. Like up 4% today. I mean, everything's up today. Except HNT. HNT's not, but it went up like 80% or something. XRP above 32.5 cents. You're safe. All that divergence is turning into a break above the trend moving average. You could make it at 37 cents. I mean, clearly you can kind of see why. A lot of up and down. Why not again? It could happen, but it is a massive underperformer. Always has been, always will be, probably. But yeah, I mean, you'd think an adequate target's 37.7 cents. It's just, it's XRP. It's at 4.3% like most coins today. And then you got Cardano that was actually showing us a really nice shark pattern at the 886. You had the divergence. You rallied, you even back tested 44 cents as support, and then you rallied, pulled back, and then showed that hidden bullish divergence and rallied, but you're not even breaking your local high. Just not a performer, but multiple assets looked like this, were set up like this, and these are never good times to be just going short at 886s at completion zones of sharks with all the divergence. So it's either cash or long on the alts. But yeah, that's it. I mean, what was the? Oh yeah, this was a 50% retrace. Now you got to be careful here, okay? Because this was literally this 51 cent area. That was the 50% retrace. So that is the pattern completion zone of the bearish 5-0. What's up, Gunther, man?
Gunther tipped $25. HDR and use please.
50%. Look at Hedron. Thank you, man. So I just wondered, like, will we get a type 2 return on the bearish 5-0? I wouldn't put it past Cardano to do that, but you know, if you're looking at a range, you get the low point of the range and the high point of the range. It underperforms so bad all the time. So if Bitcoin pulls back, Cardano's going to pull back too. You're staring at a bearish 5-0 that has completed, and it's in a long-term downtrend. So it's just, good question. You know, see if this will continue upward. It's been pretty weak today. Pretty weak on the pivot. So one that I don't care about. Like, I'm just like, cool, dude. It held $31 because Bitcoin held. It's up 2% today. Terrible. Below the 200 moving average. Below 37 bearish. Can't be bullish. I would just wait for 20 bucks eventually. You never get 20 bucks, who cares? That's it. What kind of retrace did we get? Was it 786, I think? Yeah, it was a 786. Dang it. Well, because you made the higher high, so it's not a Gartley. Someone would be like, it's a cipher, but man, wouldn't you want an 886 on something like this? I wouldn't care. I would rather long Bitcoin at an 886 than Sol at an 886. Just saying. Yeah, I got nothing for you on Sol. I'm staying bearish till 37, and even above that, until you take out these three highs, it's just bearish, man. And then Doge is up 3.6%, below 6.5 cents. You just can't do it. You can't want anything to do with it. I'm sorry, you just can't. I get it though. You can clearly see the right angled and descending broadening formation right here, can't you? Like a horizontal line resistance and a down sloping support. It's a Bulkowski structure. You see that?
Can we look at HUT?
You haven't broken it yet? It's a Blake. Yeah, HUT. It's a miner, crypto miner, not Pizza Hut. Do you see this though? This is pretty much what you got going on. I mean, those are inherently bullish patterns, but it's below 6.5 cents, man. I got problems. It just reminds me of Sol a little bit. It's just like you can't be bullish below this level. I think they're just like, if you watch the stream or if you're a patron, like there has been identification of altcoins that were at inflection points with everything you would want, despite the macro not looking good until I guess it looks better now, above 19,891 on Bitcoin. But this is just one where, okay, I'd rather put my money in DOT than Doge, right? Why? Because it just showed that continuation of divergence, the type 2 return, the bullish shark, all this happening at the critical inflection point. Wow, same stream every day. But it's like crazy. You held, man. You held it. You've rallied. Highest price since August 19th. And just hitting that 200 moving average like other ones are. And I would think 828 eventually. Broke the supply line and all. Really nice. This was the nicest, I think. This is like what you're looking for. This combination of variables, it's the Jesus, man. It's, you take anything out of this stream, you can call me names or be negative or be positive, whatever. But one thing you take from here is like when you're staring at M shapes, after higher lows have been put in and the pattern completion zone of the M shape is that inflection point from history, as it's already been shown, and you test it once and then twice, and on the second test you have continuation of divergence. I mean, that's like the formula, right? That's the Heisenberg formula, the blue, the magic blue. This is what you're looking for every single time. If you can get it, I mean, there are other trades, you know, other ways to trade, but if you can get this one, man, this is the one that just like, if you've been around long enough, you've seen what this combination of variables can manifest into. Incredible. Life-changing wealth eventually. Crazy stuff. Throughout the years. We can look at the weekly if you want. Weekly, just another successful test. Yeah, look, you're just holding the level. You look fine. Building positive momentum. If this truly holds, it's been holding since June 13th, man. Steel wall. Traders have never settled up below that level since back in December 2020. They've held it. Yeah, you maybe have scammed wick down, but when the week closes, the candle is always at 685 or higher. Always. Which is incredible. So you just look at it and you say, okay, at least the local highs, but $10 maybe, if this is truly holding.
From the ashes, a fire shall be woken. A light from the shadow shall spring. Renewed shall be BTC that was broken. The crownless again shall be kings. 0.000784887 BTC.
Didn't you miss some of that where it was like, not all that glitters is gold? Right, the strongest roots or something are omit from the cold, the weather, right, or something. I can't remember the whole quote, but yeah, it's in Silmarillion. I know it's in, you know, that's part of Lord of the Rings, but there's another part to that quote, I think. So thanks for the 1673. Much love. Okay, so DOT. Pretty solid. And then you've got I don't know, man, there's just other ones like KNC, unbelievable. It's the dragon that, wow, you hit the heart line of the channel, didn't you? Yeah, look at that heart line. My god. We were talking about dragon targeting. You might have gotten there. 618 first target. You did. The 618 would be a first target. The 786 would be a second target. Third target would be a 1272 at $2. Nice, dude. So nice dragon. No edge. No bears are not, or bulls are not exhausted here on this one. This has just been killing it. This one and Adam. And Adam's amazing because it finally did it, man. Like after all this time, July 15th trade setup posted. Didn't know if it ever was going to do it, man.
Second year as an annual Patreon and couldn't have asked for a better mentor/teacher. Appreciate everything you do. Can we take a look at DKNG when you get a chance? Much love.
Dang, Fab. Thanks, man. I appreciate it. Very nice. Very kind words. That's amazing, dude. Make my day much. We will look at DraftKings, though. Yeah. 100%. So Adam up 15.5%. What a beast. I mean, a beast among men in these trying, troubling times. And here it was, man. July 15th. Oh, what was it, man? It was just, hey, look, so you're back above this inflection point, and it's not even going to show me on this chart. Let me try to find it. Let me pull it up for you so you can see here. It's pretty incredible. so right here, 850. Right, you see that high, multiple highs, multiple valleys. Atom was getting above that, got back above that level, and that was the reason, right? That was the whole point, the whole argument was the third valley, and the third valley was showing an edge, hidden bullish divergence, implying a continuation on the daily. No, the 8-hour on this one. I think on the 12-hour too, was getting above the 200 moving average. A tight stop, and you let it ride. You have no idea how long it's going to take to play out. I mean, most of the time it doesn't take this long to play out. I think just bad market conditions, low liquidity, but it finally came home, didn't it? It did it, man. So Jesus chimes for Atom. Even got a re-entry on the 26th, as you can see. Nice, dude. Atom. At the time, I posted Bitcoin trade setup and only got one of the 3 targets. Topped out, and then the next day I posted this one because it's just like, hey man, classic accumulation structure. Potential 3 rising valleys turned into 4 rising valleys, 5 and 6 rising valleys. Testing the 200-day simple moving average for the first time since April 4th, man. Wow. And why was that the third target? Because look left, you can see clear inflection. There have been supports, there have been resistances, and that's it. Now, if you ever break this, I'm just saying you haven't. But if you do break 1660, you could go straight up to 23 bucks possibly. But for now, pretty wonderful ride it's been. Quite notable. What a day. Hype in the chat for Adam doing things. Let me shift gears for a sec to the S&P. After it filled that gap, it's been holding, and you gapped up. And you got back above 4,058 to close the week, which is really interesting. And all of a sudden, do we have hidden bullish divergence developing on the S&P 500 on the daily? Looks like it's developing, implying a continuation up. Okay, just let's see what happens, man. Right? Let's see what happens next week. But just telling you, it's all about the levels. Below 4,058, scary bad. But above 4,058, could very well easily see 4,170 to 4,200. But yeah, that gap right there, I have concerns, right? That gap could be filling next week easily, you know? So, yeah, that's it. That's what happened. You're above the level. You close the week like that. How'd the weekly candle close look? That's not quite an engulfing candle because it opened higher than it closed last week. But yeah, it's just a green candle. Still very real hidden bearish divergence on the MACD. So not out of the woods yet. And on the weekly, you can clearly see what the real resistance is. You need to take out 4,300 if you ever want some good stuff to happen. It's still just in a bear trend right now. Dow Jones did not engulf. Still showing some hidden bearish divergence. Just had a good day to close the week out. Very good day. Very good 3 days, right? The engulfing candle follow through. But there's an open gap. You know that gap will fill sometime soon. But yeah, it looks like daily, that same type of potential divergence the S&P is showing. And really, I mean, it could go up to 33,300 again from here. You're just kind of in this straight up and down and up and down and up area. So thin order book between these levels. So if you're in the middle of it, flip your coin. All 11 sectors of the S&P today were green. NASDAQ, man. Why is this off here? I'm like, yeah. So it's like you closed the week above the key info, like, of course, right? $12,000. You're above it. You closed the week above it. And yeah, hidden bullish divergence, definitely on the daily. It's not even close to being controversial. It's very real, possibly. I mean, like, potential. Look at it. It's there. Hidden bullish divergence, but you're still downtrending. But hey, man, if you pivot to make a higher low and then you rally and make a higher high, all of a sudden the trend could be reversing. So, yep, just a good end of the week. 3 days in a row. Russell 2000, yeah, you didn't quite get to this, 1743. You're just kind of in an area where random pivot and hidden bullish divergence is here too. Wow, so hidden bullish divergence on every single index fund on the daily, developing right now, for now. Gap, but a gap on all of them really. They could fill sooner rather than later. This could go to 1926 easily. Okay. You were talking about XLM. Well, hold on. Let's knock out the request real quick. Which was Hedron. Yep, still doing the whole parabolic thing even after dumping. Sure. But man, it's just like, yeah, RSI bearish divergence, but not on the MACD, so it's kind of tough there. But it did, like, the RSI bearish divergence just played out. But as long as this asset stays, and I get it, denominations, it's like, 3.2 ten thousandths of a penny or something stupid. Okay, as long as it stays above 32,000 to 34,000 here, it's fine. Below that, target's 18,000. Stays above that long enough, it could be going right back up to 51,000, and that's it, right? So you've had 3 really bad days, and then today you've recovered some. You're up 12.69%. Cool. Still above the level. That's it. After testing it, right? Pretty much back testing it. The old resistance is now support. Kind of for the first time. That's your Hedron. 4 hour. I'm sure. Is it just a little down sloping channel here? I mean, I know you have a supply line right here on the top. Like, that's real. I mean, that could be where it's headed, though, to test that eventually. Yeah, it's just like a descending broadening wedge for the most part. Yeah, I mean, what would be best? What would be ideal? Would be Hedron coming down to test it one more time. Give me confirmation low at 32,000. That'd be amazing.
I've been waiting for this moment.
And maybe then you show me some bullish divergence or something on the 4 hour. That'd be the best. But for now, resistance is support once, not twice. We always want twice, right? Don't we want twice? Twice is always best. Most strategic. We know what that means. Confirmation. You always want that.
I want to bring the freak out in you, girl. Just wait and see. You know the kind that makes your body move.
HUT.
Even though you know you don't want to.
Not so much I can really tell you here.
So you feeling kind of freaky tonight.
You know, HUT
Well, let's see what we're gonna do.
regarded old support as resistance in mid-August. It's been selling off bad and then just pumped up 11.9%. Is it because HUT's worth of crap? Nah, just because crypto.
Are you kind of kinky?
Just a crypto exposed asset. And testing the 200 moving average for the first time since August 18th, daily.
Relax. This is father time.
Ah, there's the data. Oh, okay. Well, there is this one level that you're above. That's nice. Yeah, I mean, so the gap, you know, you got a gap, man. You closed yesterday above that resistance, and you could fill this gap anytime. But above this level, you got straight down, you got straight up, you got straight down, up, down. You could go straight up. I mean, if you stay above 208 long enough, based on history, not my opinion, is a target of 352. That's it. Simple. That's HUT. Now below 208, scary stuff. But yeah, I mean, I think it went for a full 886, didn't it? The low to the high. It exceeded the 886. It went for like a 95% retrace. Filled this gap back from December 2020. God. All right, so there's a short-term target gap fill at like 270, 271. That could fill, but again, if we're talking about levels above 208 equals 352 long enough, because history. 17 minutes till your daily close.
Just you and me. Oh, girl.
That's your HUT, you know. There wasn't too much going on. You do, in fact, have that hidden bullish divergence like the stock market index funds have. Look, you can see the low here. You can see this histogram island, and like that's substantially higher with higher lows. Continuation upward implied. Well, let's see. Just all about left. Hold 208, 352. Don't hold 208. Probably going down to 146 and then 60 cents after that. All right.
Running my fingers through your hair as I slide my finger down your back. We would never, ever come back.
Wow, man, what a 100% retrace on this asset. 100% retrace. Look at this. We had a shark identified, and it held for a minute, but then look at that, right down to the low from March 20, the COVID crash low. Wow, what a scrub. But from there has bounced pretty resigningly, and is thanks to 1878, the peak from February and March 2020. You've updusted through that and pulled back. So you're below that. So, I mean, until you get back above 1878.
Tops tip $26.18. Hey man, can we look at AMD on the daily? Thanks for everything, brother. Haircut is looking fresh on the big screen.
Thank you, J-Togs, for the compliment of my aesthetics. Thank you, dude. For the 2618. Wow, that's the 2618 contribution. That's the, you know, the super deep retrace extension. Thank you. All right, so after, I mean, this, you know, we will certainly look at AMD. I mean, same thing's kind of happening here. Like, you've got some hidden bullish divergence developing on DraftKings. Football season's back, so see what happens there. But if you can break 1878, I don't know why you couldn't see 2439 and then eventually 2765. So let's see if the implied continuation to the upside will be enough for market participants to break above the ice line of 1878. That's a big deal. That's not a joke. If you can do that, there could be a lot more upside, talking about, you know, above that level, minimum upside 31%, and then it could take you all the way to 46% upside. Okay, depending on, you're going to test the February and March highs or just the swing low from July 2020 and a swing low from December 2021. All right, you got something, you got some sort of edge right here, don't you? Don't have to worry about earnings for a while. Yeah, after 100% retrace, right? 100%. Just think about a 50% retrace in time, you know, for a 5-0. God, $42. Couldn't even imagine, man. That'd be insane. Something crazy would be going on with the equities market. Well, they're still in downtrends for now. Even though they're pivoting, they're still not making higher highs yet, are they? Not yet. Dang, man. AMD, like everything else, you know, rallied today. up 3.2%. Never quite got down to that $76 target area, right? In between there, it's normally straight down, straight up. He pivoted a little early, but it was an 886, wasn't it? It's almost like an alternate bat pattern, right? God, are you kidding? Look at this. That is like an alternate bat. It was an 886 though. You didn't quite see, that's what I'm saying. Like the actual pattern completion zone, okay, of the alternate bat would be at the level that makes the most sense. Just happenstance. $76. You got to $78, $77.92. So you didn't get to where you figured it made the most sense. Okay, was front run a little bit. And you're in coin flip territory, aren't you? I mean, if it's pivoting here, it could go all the way to 94 to $97, or it could just fill the gap and run on down and actually hit the pattern completion zone. So you're just a little tough, isn't it? Huge alternate bat on AMD. Dude, I don't know, man. Like, I mean, it's just lower highs, lower lows. And this might be finally, I don't know, you've seen a higher low before, the same low in March, for rallying and making another lower high. So it's really just dependent on when is AMD going to make a higher high than its previous local highs. I mean, in order to buck all this, you're going to have to break 103, and then eventually 110, and then the gap fill at 119, 120. So there's just a lot of work to be done. You're still downtrending, even with the slightly higher low for now. Still downtrending. Let's see the US dollar that has been the culprit of pumps and dumps for everything. As you can see, as it's pulled back the past 3 days, what has happened? Like all markets, just loving it, because this is the denominator to everything, just about. And we had an anonymous buyer of the Vegas NFT. 100% of the proceeds of the purchase of this NFT goes to funding the Vegas meetup conference that we're having, where we've got like 70 people plus. We're renting out a room and doing a in front of the viewing audience, a live stream, but with Scott Carney and me together. So thank you, Anonymous, for that. Appreciate it. Jesus Chunks for you. You bought this a few hours ago while I wasn't live, so thanks, dude. And that link is pinned if you do want to support that. Whoops, is that even what the? I did not. What the? Bro. Don't even know what any of that just was. Like, didn't. Pulled like the last part of it. Of the URL. Weird. Okay, so that was your DXY. We can go, and we got to the request, you know, we can look at a few more of these altcoins that just looked pretty interesting. Hey, the 113 Shark, want to exceed it a little bit, but nice little reaction you're getting finally, maybe, until it makes a higher low again, my God. But you had like EOS that was amazing looking, above 153. I mean, I'm thinking you could go to 223. This all continues. That demand line held. Speaking of alternate bats, this was one that held once and then twice, and they're doing pretty well so far. So yeah, you're gonna test 183. It's a big deal. But if you can break it, I mean, historically, 223 would be next. OMG was another, was like really, really unbelievably interesting, right? Like OMG, type 1, type 2, triple divergence, again, near the bottom of a range, like near an inflection point. Those are the variables. Though it may underperform miserably because maybe the macro is bullcrap and Bitcoin just went to short squeeze everybody. But dude, I mean, like in a this is how this is what you're looking for. This is like what I try to teach. These variables. The harmonic, antispattic completion zone, the confirmation low or type 2 return with an edge on the oscillators, and always at or near a critical inflection point. That's the ticket. That's the key. On any market, you're looking for those variables to line up. OMG showing it. Hasn't really gone anywhere, not much. I mean, this is, in good market conditions, this is normally what takes you to A and C of the harmonic, for real. Just, it could be just such miserable market conditions that there's no way there's ever gonna be enough demand for a Misa Go to get to those levels again. But that's what you're looking for a low risk, high reward opportunity trade setup. XLM was another. Beautiful. Up almost 10% today, right? It completed the harmonic, fell somewhat below it, hit a 100% retrace. It happens. Hit the bottom of that support, but what happened? Tested the demand line as support and then rallied, and you continued to diverge. And that was, just go to the stream on the 8th when we looked at this, and it's like, man, talk about lowest risk area ever, because you had that crazy wick too. So, But now look at it. It's like you could be going to 12 cents. Just range bound asset. So what you're looking for, these variables are amazing. Full moon, yeah, nice. Yeah, Algo was another one that was not, it didn't have a harmonic, I don't believe, but it had everything else. It was beautiful. I mean, you could try to argue and say it had it. I mean, right? I mean, I don't think so though, man. Like, too deep of a retrace on B maybe, but sharks don't. Like, if you just go from the lowest low to the highest high, it was at the 886 area one time, then 2 times. The 886 just happened to be confluent with the, support, and the divergence was there. It continued on. It was very interesting, and now you're at your highest highs since August 19th. And just depending on how it performs, you could see 35.7 to 36 cents up there, because it's just, that's what the asset does. Up, down, right? Why not up again? It could even go to 37.7 cents. So that's it, man. I mean, like, one time no one knows, second time everyone knows. Look, right here. One time no one knows, second time everyone knows. Look, one time no one knows, holy crap. Second time everyone knows. It's like confirmation low, confirmation low, confirmation low. Like, first time reaction, and then the second reversal, right? First time reaction, second time reversal. I mean, it didn't quite get there, but you can see 2 valleys. That was a shark in itself, right? I mean, look, you're looking for sharks near or at harmonic completion zones, right? Or you're looking for sharks near inflection points, right? Look at this. I mean, that was a shark. Sorts. Definitely shark. You didn't get a type 2 really, but the M shape, man. The 886, magic. I wonder if we'll get to that level though. 35.7. I'm live almost an hour. If you're enjoying it, hit that like button, that bell, the sub. Thanks for being here. Some better than others, certainly. The YFI was another amazing one. All right, 3 valleys, holding above the demand line. Anything above 7,500, I know historically normally goes to 18K. Classic accumulation pretty much going on above the 200 moving average. It's up 13% today. Showed some nice divergence from one low to the same low with slightly higher levels in the RSI. Yeah, uptrending for now. Some better than others. Like Zcash is up 8%. I get it. But Zcash, like, I would have rather played Algo or XLM or DOT, of course, over Zcash, because where Zcash confirmed its bottom, it was like Litecoin and Bitcoin Cash, where yeah, they were showing kind of like, they were like trying to confirm bottoms, but they were just kind of not at the most strategic entry level, right? Where you just don't, it's not as good. DOT was like, it's certain, we know that it's happening at it's the perfect stars aligning. We're looking for the stars to align. The stars weren't really aligning here as much, right? I mean, DOT went down to, if this was DOT chart, it went to $53 and tested it twice, you know? This didn't quite make an 886 either. So we just kind of trickier. You always be looking for the best ones, you know, with all the variables. 2 minutes. Let's go to Bitcoin, I guess, for the close. Nice. Here it is. Nice test of the 200. Nice test of the supply line, or what could be considered the supply line, right? We're anchoring on the bottom 1 and 2, and then 1 on the top. When you're drawing these parallel channel tools, all you need is 2 on one side, 1 on the other. So I did 2 on the bottom, 1 on the top, and as you can see, it's being respected for now. Looks like we're going to close the day below it. Maybe you just add it. Who knows, in a minute and 30. We're just going to be running out the clock for a minute. Is anyone here? Is this stream dead? Yeah, dead stream. 1 minute, chat. 1 minute. We'll get out of here. All right. We'll look at, we'll watch the daily close and we can talk about it. Play Jesus Chimes. And then I'll go enjoy my weekend, as you should. It's been a good one. Good week. Ben J, Nicholas C, Scott T, thanks for joining the Patreon. I don't know, I think today, yesterday, both. All right, there it is. That was Bitcoin. What a day. Largest squeeze in months. And just tested the 200 moving average, regarded as resistance. Tested the supply line, closed below it. No bearish edge, so if you did pull back and there's not too much work, I think you could very well come back for a 20,500 back test, 20,400 back test, no problem. Do that, give me a higher low. Remember, the lowest, just think about the most discernible event, even on the 4 hour, is the lowest low, right? So when we pull back, let's get a pullback, pivot, make a higher low, and then end up making some sort of bullish edge, like hidden bullish average or something. Let's come back, test 19,891 as support. That'd be awesome too. But for now, what a great run. Past few days have been insane. But this is, I'm just saying, right? You want to, if you're like you weren't participating and you're now thinking to participate, it's like, you just kind of missed an impulse. So it's like, if you're at this level, I don't know if that's the most prudent entry area, right? Testing resistance, after a huge pump, like a 11% pump on the day. It's up, Bitcoin's up 16.6% in 2.5 days. So it's tough here to be like, all right, we're at resistance, all kinds of resistance. So long? No. Let's maybe get a pullback, reset the oscillators, get out of overbought territory. But the altcoins, they've been there, and some of them had been there in the beautiful areas. But it was just, we had concerns. We were really cautious because of where Bitcoin was. But it's above it now, and it's helped the altcoins play out some. Oh, there's that 200 again on the 4 hour. What a shark, man. What a freaking shark. And it's just like, it's almost unbelievable. But I don't know. I mean, how many times does an 886 have to get hit, completes the M shape, and stuff like this happens, you know? Thanks, Crypto Chatterverse. Good to see everyone in the general chat never visits the stream anymore. So, okay. Well, y'all got it. I will just leave you to it. Enjoy your weekend. Thanks for being here. We'll look at Ethereum before I leave, because we know how important this level is. I mean, this is exactly where a reversal could happen. But if you break the level, please have your alerts set up, because it could be a very, very fast move to 1972. Fast. Very fast. Please pay attention. The momentum shifting to the bulls again. That didn't exist 4 days ago, 3 days ago. It exists now. There was a higher low put in. And now you're just testing a level that we know almost 100% chance of 13 to 18% upside if it breaks this. So please, we are on breakout watch on Ethereum here. Do you hear me? Breakout watch on Ethereum. Till next time, respect the TA.